and home event, the first one of the season. This is your opportunity to see the best of the best when we have all of these things to be able to offer you. But today, this has an only day at this price of $19.96. You heard me right, under $20. 4 easy pays at $4.99. And when Phillip comes on and he talks about all the different projects and things you can do, you may want to go ahead and pick up 5 of these and you'll be about $100 in what you've spent, and you can have easy pay on all of them. Now here's what you are looking at. These are winter hardy cut and plant succulent mats. Over 300 plants per mat, over 20 different varieties. They come in a tray, and literally you take them out and place them on top of the, you scratch the soil a little bit, place them on top, and they go to town. You can do crafts with these. You can do all kinds of, we have a beautiful vessel that's like a bowl here if you want to. This is what you are shopping for. These are succulents. They're a little bit different than the chicks and hens that a lot of us think of, at least I think of quickly when I think of succulents, but look at the different varieties. In one mat, there will be over 300 individual plants, and these are hardy and they will spread out, and you just spent $20 on probably one of the best investments in your garden, particularly in places that you've struggled with. Go ahead and dial in. Over 100 of you have already dialed in to get at least one set. Phillip Watson is joining me for the very first time this season. This man is a horticulturist, a landscape designer. He's an award-winning landscape designer. He designs not only his own homes that make it on the most prestigious covers in the world of garden, but also homes up and down the East Coast where people could hire anyone. And Phillip Watson is their man, and he's ours too. Hi, Phillip. Hi,
hey,
honey.
Sweetheart. Good morning. It's so great to be with you again.
Likewise. We're so excited to have you here, Phillip. And what a way for us to start out garden season, because 300 succulents for what, $20?
They're fabulous, and I have to tell you, I absolutely love the Sedum. It is my #1 problem-solving plant. This is absolutely easy, and I got up early this morning after having been up late last night, and I'm on Facebook, and my friends are, back and forth on there, and I'm still in bed with the coffee, and a longtime friend, Kathy Costuro, she said, I'm gardening differently now. I need to make sure that everything works. And she loves the Sedum, and this is what she said: less work, more pretty. I just love that, because it really describes it. But this is the way it comes out for you. And it is a nice mat, and it has the cocoa fiber behind to it, so you can just take scissors and cut off bits and just use it. But let me tell you, after about 6 weeks, if you left it in the flat, look, this is the same one. And I want to show you side by side, because this is what it happens in about 6 weeks. And so it just keeps on giving. These will not fail you, whether you're going to put them between pavers or, like I do, in the edge of my flower border. You know where you usually see the edge of mulch?
Yes.
Plant them there, or in the edge of your driveway. Even if you run over these with the car, it doesn't kill them. They're going to come back, and they also have a winter presence. Mine have beautiful tight rosettes in the wintertime. They're beautiful to see. I plant them in the edge of my containers, between the pavers. If you've got one of those dry, hot, sunny areas where nothing works, these will work beautifully.
I mean, we're looking at some pictures. Phillip, will you walk us through what we're looking at?
Yes, you see all the different types of sedum that are in there. There are gold forms, there are blue ones, there are silver ones, there are variegated ones, there are burgundy ones, and they all bloom at various times during the course of the summer, and they attract the butterfly. But this is something that you don't know. Guess what we've added to it this year to make it even more colorful?
I'm not giving your secret away.
We have added a rainbow of ice plants that are also in the sedum mat, which means it'll bloom bigger, better, and more colorful. And they also come back every single year. So you'll have this. You see how they're blooming now, but when your tile arrives, what you do is I immerse mine. I'll put it in a sink, or I'll run the hose over it outside, soak it really well, and just plant it at your leisure. It's not one of those things you have to worry that if you don't water it, that it's going to die. If you didn't water it for 3 months, it's not going to die. That's how hardy they are.
Phillip, the ease of this and what you get, the payback, if I could say it that way, is just tremendous. How many did you just say, Jason? No, I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear you for a minute. 800
Yes.
already ordered, because you're smart. And I will remind you, this is the best price that you're going to get for 6 months. So if we have any left over after the end of the day today, it's not going to be under $20. And that's really important for you to keep in mind. So buy what you need. I will tell you, the very first year I ever bought these, I didn't get to all of my mats the very first year. I think I bought 4 or 5 of them because I have a lot of areas that need help around. I have slate blocks, and in between them, I'm constantly pulling weeds. You can lay these down in between them. I mean, that's the beauty of it. But they really do, as you ignore them, turn into this. So maybe this is what you're going to get, and then that will quickly turn into this. You still have that mat, so you just take it, and you take your scissors or your Mark Charles shears, and you cut whatever you need. I've done many kind of different projects with this. I love what they did here. You can take all kinds of things. Planters. I have 2 pots all the way in the back of my yard, Phillip, that I never want to have to walk back there and water, and they don't get a lot of sun. This is what I put in them and laid it on top of the pots, on top of some good ground, and I haven't looked back. There's always something going on back there.
Yeah, they're so much fun. And, you know, some perennials, they will peter out after a while. With this one, there's no diminishing return. I mean, they're always rocking in your garden. And I've got bits out. I've got pots full of them outside. Even if you live in Aspen, I planted big pots in Aspen, Colorado. They live through the winter in a container. But when I say that they're tough, they really, really are. No diminishing return. You can divide them. And even the little bits of plants that fall off when you're handling them like you are now, you can throw those on top of the ground and they will root themselves without you even having to plant them. That's what they do. I throw the bits just helter-skelter in the garden, and then I think, oh, wow, but that's the handful of bits that I threw out last year, and now I've established a patch over there. So anywhere you've got an area where things are not working in the hot sun, throw these in there. They'll work fine, you know, between exposed tree roots. Anywhere where it looks rough in the front of your border, it's just the greatest problem solver. The foliage is colorful, and then you also get the bonus of all of those beautiful blooms and the butterflies that come for them.
Educate me, and I'm sorry if I sound stupid here, but
no,
succulents, I think of chicks and hens. What is Sedum is in the succulent family, am I correct?
That's correct, but the hens and chicks stay a tight rosette, and they form, you know, little clusters. These actually spread laterally, and they don't get tall. These will only be 3 to 5 inches tall, and so you can walk on those. If you walk on the hens and chicks, it breaks them up. Yeah, and that's why these are perfect to go between the pavers, as you had mentioned. Again, less work, more pretty, as Kathy Pastoro told me this morning. You got your tapestry of sedum. You've also got the overlay of this rainbow of ice plant in here.
Look at that.
And it's the icing on the cake. If you've got something like an old tire rim like that, you can fill it up with stuff, and you can mix in hens and chicks with it if you like. But I plant these all around my other plants. They're beautiful with ornamental grasses. They're great on a rooftop or on a birdhouse top. It's just a great look. And put them in little pots. And for people who don't know how to garden, if you've never gardened before, this is a great starter plant that will make you feel successful. It'll also make your garden feel pretty. Well, and I just wouldn't be without them.
1,800. Oh, wait, now 2,400 have already been ordered. You know why? because we know that you love gardening as much as we do, and you want to be
Yes.
successful. And listen, Phillip, we love you. We love everything you bring us. This is part of the
Thank
Phillip
you.
Watts Design Collection. So he's going to make sure that we're successful. This will not show up on your door until it is time to put it in the ground. However, I will tell you, if you're like me, sometimes I don't remember what I ordered, and you
Right.
know, and it's coming. And if you don't have time, it's okay. Just follow the instructions, what Phillip tells you to do, and you don't have to get to it right away, and figure out how your garden's going to grow, or where you're going to, you know, what pots you're going to use, or fun little birdhouses or tree stumps, and go to town with it, and you'll have great success. That's the fun of this.
Yes, don't miss out on this. If you don't even get to be able to plant all of it until a year later, just leave it outside. I left mine in the driveway, and I just down every now and then, and it would absolutely rock on. So that's the thing. It's the easiest thing. I'm gonna run out of light bulbs in the house before I run out of lightning.
I love it. Phillip, this is the best price we're going to be able to offer everybody for the next 6 months. So garden season will be over by then. So today's the day to buy up as many sets as you want. As I said, you know, not using great math skills here, but I believe at $20 a mat, you could buy 5 of these and really think about fixing challenges you had, being creative, having easier gardening chores
Yes.
to be able to do, and look forward to be able to. Best possible price for 6 months, and it goes away at the end of the day. You only want to try
Don't
one?
miss
That's
out.
good too.
And you'll love these, but they're guaranteed for an entire year. So I've got you completely covered. And a good guarantee too is be sure to pick up my Phillip Watson Designs fertilizer. Fertilize it one time. You don't have to fertilize it again until next year. Just sprinkle it on, water it in. And people have loved this. It's for everything you got.
Love it. So good investment for you. One time, you had me right there. Please do stay on the line. We're crazy busy. Really, truly appreciate your phone calls. Have as many as you would like. Again, Phillip, look forward to a great gardening season with you. Thank you. Thank you. This is the first of the season, our home and garden event. I'm going